Hello, welcome back to Goldborn. Last time we were collecting food and chopping down trees and finishing a whole bunch of other stuff we were doing. We also ran out of metal objects, but we're certainly moving along. So, certainly like to see that they're making masterpiece discs. Oh yeah, we were also butchering all of those weasels that we had. Alright, okay, we probably also need more mechanisms, honestly. Oh yeah, we're also making cheese. That was the last thing I forgot about. I was like, oh, that would be cheese. That was a thing we were supposed to do, wasn't it? Although, probably be hauling that somewhere. Yeah, we got barrels. I keep thinking we don't have barrels. Oh yeah, months has passed, alright. Things good there. What are you? Coyote. And Echidna. Alright, well, is that a regular pig? Just stray boar. Okay. Difference between a boar and a wild boar, I guess. What are all you? Mule, a ram. I should probably just butcher all of you. Except for the ones I have pairs of. Male llama. Female llama. Okay, maybe we'll get more llamas. Can't use the mules, though. That's not really useful. Nanny goat female. Billy goat male. Okay, so we can breed those. Stray rooster. Should probably get rid of the rooster and the peahen. So we don't need those. And don't need that. Wait, we can't really use a mule, can we? Mules can't reproduce, right? No, wrong thing. I'm stupid. Pretty sure mules can't reproduce, right? Pretty sure they can't. All mules are male, cannot breed. Okay, yeah, so we don't need them. Okay. So we really don't need those. Alright. Another story of what the fuck is that and why does it exist? Alright, okay, so we can butcher all that. Be fine. At some point we probably should butcher some of those cats, but, one thing at a time. And they are really... Apparently you can make reindeer skins. I didn't realize that was a thing. Things are rotting outside. Alright. Okay. Thoughts. What we're gonna do. What were we going to do a second ago? Oh yeah, you're going to... What's the eagle? Are those eagles or hawks? They're neither. Alright, what the fuck are these things? Buzzards, alright. Animals... I was wrong. All the way wrong. Oh. Crap. Hate when that happens. That's a weird bug. Alright, train those. Train the ravens. Can't do war training on you. Can't train the big dogs. I learned that the hard way. Oh, we have plenty of those. Alright, so... Alright, it's wonderful. Although I kind of wonder what it'd be like to use other weapons. Maybe I should be testing those. On the other hand, I do kind of... Oh, he's supposed to... I was gonna build the, steel spike balls. So I want to test those out too. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Alright. Alright, dwarves are training. Alright, so that's all done. Yeah, gather more plants. So I should probably start pruning some of the cats, honestly. That's wrong. We have so many of them. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's 10 cats. Probably don't need those. I don't need all these cats. Let's probably also build another butcher shop, honestly. I don't know if actually being... Why is this built here? Why did I build that there? I don't know. I don't even remember why I built this. Why did I build a tanner? Oh, that's a tanner's shop. I remember now. It's like, why did I build this there? Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember. They're done building... No, they're still making cheese. Really hoping somebody actually remembers to... If I check to see how much cheese we actually have. Oh. Yeah, we got plenty of cheese. That's good. It's not all rotting. That's what I was worried about. Make some more wood bins, I guess. Although I should probably make barrels instead, but apparently we also finished building this stuff, so... You know what's awesome? Recording and hearing in the background the sound of a snowblower. Because of course. What's really weird is that right now it's dark outside. It's like 9 p.m. It's like completely dark outside, and I have no idea why there's somebody out there snowblowing. Because there's no way they can see what they're doing. I mean, on one hand, good for you for snowblowing, I suppose. Get rid of the snow and all that, but... I don't know if I've gone into this before, but, like, where I live at the moment, we pay for, like, we have a homeowners association, and the homeowners association is supposedly supposed to take care of the snow blowing, at least of the the sidewalks, but they never do. Like the people they hire just, I don't know if it's the people that they're like the company they're hiring or just the I don't know if they're bad at telling the company that they hired to do it, are just bad. Like they're bad at conveying what they want actually done, or if the company that they hired is just lazy as fuck. Because they also hired a different company, apparently, who are supposedly, to, cut the lawns and stuff outside, and, because there's, a park or something, or there's, nearby, where they're supposedly supposed to, cut the grass and take care of leaves and stuff, but they show up, in the spring through fall, they show up, I swear, they show up, almost constant, every, 2 or 3 days, and at, 8 in the morning, and for whatever reason, they don't actually do anything. They show up, and they go outside, and they start, what's it? Leaf blowing. They just take these leaf blowers, and I've caught them in the street, like at 8:30 in the morning. Just leaf blowing an empty street. Like, there's literally nothing going on. There's no reason for them to be out there. And they're just, like, it's just paying the guys to wander around in the street. Leaf blowing the street. Like, there's nothing in there. No leaves or anything. It's not like there's grass to clean up. They're just wandering around, like, waving it around aimlessly. Looking busy. And I don't fault the workers for this. Because if you hired me and you were terrible at telling me what to do, I would also probably, I would probably also look busy if I had a shitty job. I'm not gonna fault the workers for doing that. If oh wait, what? A spike steel ball is worth 45 grand? Excuse me. One steel bar turns into something worth 45 grand as a masterwork. Holy shit. Never mind, we're just gonna make masterwork steel balls and sell those to people. What the fuck are we doing? So much for selling food, we can just sell masterwork steel balls to people. There, you melt all that down while I tell you to melt all this other stuff we have sitting around. Holy fuck, that almost made me forget the fact that outside right now is the sound of somebody snowblowing in the dark. Which I don't know if it's actually the people. If it's the people who are paid to do it, be safe out there. Master screws. The reasons why screws are effective. The prose is amateurish. Interesting choice of book, but hey, as long as they're making books, I'm happy. I'll be happy. Needs written on choir. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, we were supposed to... I don't remember where we were. What's the last one we did? Turquoises, I think, is the last one. No. Whatever. But man, I do not miss living in a place where you have to take care of the snow, man. Like, I grew up in suburbia, and we had a plot of land that didn't have any, I think they had probably an acre of land total, I would say, and it was just unused because I lived out in the sticks. I lived out in the middle of fucking nowhere, kind of thing where some of my friends literally lived on dirt roads, and closest store was 30 miles away. It was 10-15 minutes probably. I don't know. It was anywhere, depends. If there's traffic, it was anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to get to buy food. I hated living that far out in the middle of nowhere. It's fucking terrible. But I say that, and I say that, and what does the mayor want? Warhammers. Jesus Christ, mayor. I say that, but oh god, those aren't done yet, are they? Hurry up and haul that shit. Nah, but living out there, we had cutting the lawn was 2-hour event. Cutting the lawn was fucking awful. Cutting the lawn took hours because I was doing it by myself, and I'm not a big dude, so... And I didn't have a ride-on mower or anything, so I had to do my dad was cheap, and so he's like, let's do a push mower. So, never mind the fact that I'm a nerd, and I'm not exactly a really tall guy. I'm only 5'6", 5'7", I think, somewhere in between those. And when I was growing up, I was real scrawny. I weighed probably 100 pounds. I looked like I was dying most of the time. And And so yeah, I was. You see me outside weighing like next to nothing, pushing this fucking lawnmower all around the place, and just fucking dying out there. And the funny thing about that was I was in much better shape. I was in good shape doing that, but I was really scrawny. I wasn't muscular by any means, and I hated doing it. I don't think I hated anything as much as I hated cutting the lawn and doing snow blowing and snow shoveling. Dad was always like, well, why don't you should go out, there's snow outside. You should be an enterprising young man and go out and shovel people's driveways. And I'm like, we live in an area where, we lived in an area where everyone had pickup trucks, and, I lived in a place, bumfuck nowhere. And when I say that, I don't mean, I mean, the kind of place where people, hunting season would occur, and people would, kids would show up, early in the morning because they went hunting before they came to school with dead deer in their truck, and their parents would drive up and take the dead deer out of their truck and put it in their own truck and drive home to butcher it. That's a little, I lived out there. That was a thing that happened, and a thing that I remember very strongly. But saying that, I just hated, I lived in a place where everybody, owned a pickup truck, and a lot of people would just, I knew people who would just put a plow on the front of their pickup truck and just plow people's driveways for, $20. And it would take, 5 minutes. So, Now, the good news is I lived with, what's funny is I lived with, real hillbillies. So I knew, I lived with, actual real hillbillies. And I met real hillbillies. Yeah, hell, I went to school with some. That was always the thing, was, where I went to school it was kind of interesting, because the area I went to school was, a mix between, old townies and middle-class people who were, commuting, an hour and a half away to go work, but because the land prices, because it was so, unpopulated, land prices were super cheap, and so all these people, my parents, moved out there, and so I was never, super rural, but I lived with all these people who were super rural, and were friends with people who were super rural, and you learn a lot from that. You learn a lot from interacting with people like that, and I'm not sure I would recommend doing it, but on one hand, it's certainly an experience. It was certainly something that gave me perspective on the rest of the world, because I don't live with those people like that anymore. When I became an adult, the first thing I did was move to one of the top 3 murder capitals of the world, or of the United States, and I'm not joking about that. I moved to the 3rd city. It was currently recorded, basically. I think it's currently. It was either 3 or 4 last time I checked, and I went to college there for 2 years, and then I moved out of that one, and I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do what I was going there for. So I moved I moved back more closer to home, and I lived in what is now, I think, the 5th most deadly murder city in the country. So I made some bad decisions. I mean, I finished college there, but college was great, but the constant being told, getting alert messages on your phone because the police are chasing a murderer through your, there's been a drive-by shooting, and now police are chasing a murderer. Trying to don't go outside because you might find an armed individual who's killing somebody, and that was the thing that happened semi-regularly. Yeah, I made some bad. So with that experience growing up, especially in college, you learn a lot. You learn a little thing about life, I guess. I like to think that because of this, you learn a little bit more about people, I want to say. I know it sounds kind of corny, but you honestly do. You honestly learn a lot about people who are not like you. And that was always the thing. That was one of those always things. Like, I'm a scrawny white nerd, and you know, hanging around with people who could reasonably be described as people completely unlike me, pretty much gave me a good sort of understanding of the world around me, I think. And I'm not sure I would recommend doing it to your kids. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I was you, I would never do that, but it sort of worked in a weird kind of way. It kind of, I think it made me a better person. That's all I want to say. I hope it did. Can you? You totally can. I just didn't even think of that. You could totally have steel balls and steel discs. That's kind of awesome. I didn't even think of that. I don't know if I have enough, though. I do. Not much more than that, but I do. Can also make the test. Can also make a test to see how swords work, like swords and warhammers work as I'll test that, I think. See how that works out. Actually, I'll build one more, I think. See how the warhammers work out too. So I'll put those all in there, and then we can start having fun chopping things up. But anyway, because it sounds like the snowblower is like literally right outside my window, I'm gonna cut this for a bit, probably take a break, and then I'll probably record more tonight. That seems like I'm on a roll. Don't want to burn my voice out again. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So yeah, next time we'll probably start. Now that we've built all the traps and stuff, we'll probably start butchering. I'm gonna start butchering more. I didn't check to see how much a steel disc is worth. Apparently they're worth the same amount, which is a lot. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think it'll be next time. So yeah, we'll probably start butchering things in greater numbers next time. Actually, you might want to work on that. Ooh, you know what I could do? Milk animals, make cheese. I put them all the way over here. You know what? We're gonna build another one. Fuck that. Before I forget, we're gonna build another farmer's workshop. Find it. There it is. Farmer's workshop, man. Build another one right over here. So I'm lazy. And then we'll shear animals and stuff there. So yeah, see you all later.